Right, hi everyone. Welcome to the introduction to GCSE music. If you're thinking about doing GCSE music because you love music, then this is definitely a subject that you should consider taking. We do lots and lots and lots of learning at GCSE. There's lots of practical work. We learn to compose. We also learn lots of technical language which we need to use to describe how the music works. So, how the course is laid out is like this. 30% of your final grade is based on performing, so you need to come with some ability to either sing or perform on an instrument. You do one solo and one group performance, which is assessed at the end of the course, and we do an official practical practice assessment each half term, so there's always a piece that you're working towards performing for me each half term. 30% of the course is composing, so I'll teach you how to compose and we'll use the Macs to do that. One of the compositions, which you'll start in year 10, is a free composition, so it can be to absolutely anything that you like, really. It can be in any genre, any group of instruments, whatever you like is fine. And the second year, year 11, we'll do a composition to a brief, so the exam board might say, write a song about this theme. Or they might say, write a scene to accompany a film where this is happening on screen. There might be a bank robbery happening and they'll give you a brief sort of synopsis of what's happening and you need to write the music for it. And the final 40% of the course is a listening paper, so you have to listen to different pieces of music and analyse them using the skills that we've learnt in class. So the course is broken down into 4 areas of study. We have musical forms and devices, music for ensemble, film music, and popular music. And I'll talk a bit more about those now. So the first one, musical forms and devices, is all about how music came to be. We learn about where it started, how it's grown through time, and it has a particular focus on art music. So we learn about the great composers like Bach and Beethoven and Tchaikovsky. We listen to their music and think about how it works. How did they create this exciting effect, or how did they create this slow romantic effect? Depending on the piece of music, we look at how it's been created and then learn techniques which you can use to improve your own music. We look at periods of art music, so we do the Baroque period, the classical period and the romantic period. We compare lots of performances from different eras of music and compare why this piece was different to that piece. We learn about how the orchestra works as well, which is a big fascinating beast, really. It's a very interesting topic. And the final bit of this is the technical language, which is specific to music, which you'll need to know to understand the course. Things like time signatures and key changes and all of that, how it works. Okay, next. So the next part of the course is music for ensemble. So we learn about different groupings of instruments and how they work together. For instance, a musical theatre band is very different to a chamber music ensemble, which is very different to a jazz band, etc., etc. And we look at how those different genres work, where they came from, why they're popular, and how the really good pieces from those genres, how they work. What makes them effective, and what made these genres special in their own way. Okay, the next area of study is film music. So we listen to lots of film and TV music, and always with the thought to understanding how that music is effective. What mood does it create? What's its purpose? And how did the composer create this mood effectively? So we learn the techniques to create these different effects and atmospheres by playing them, by composing with them, and by lots of listening. We look at the orchestra more and the instruments of the orchestra and synth instruments as well, which you can use to create different effects. And we compare different pieces of film music and look at, okay, how did John Williams create this magical effect in Harry Potter? How did Hans Zimmer create this oppressive, claustrophobic, cloying effect in Blade Runner. Because there's always techniques that you can learn in these great pieces of film music, which you can include in your own music to make it better. And the final area of study is pop and rock music, which is a huge topic, really, and it covers all the other genres we haven't covered. We look at what makes good pop and rock, so we listen to classics from the genre as well as new pieces. So we listen to going back to rock and roll from the 50s. We go through soul and R&B in the 60s and rock as well. 70s, we look at what made disco a huge beast in the 70s, as well as punk. Then we go into the 80s, when music started to use more music technology and synthesizers, etc., etc. And we carry on right up to the modern day. We also look at the genres and how they came to be. So how rock was influenced by the mixing of different races in America, for example. We look at the social context around the genres. We compare different versions of the same song and look at why one was effective, one was less so. We listen to all different subgenres of pop and rock, and we always perform all the techniques that we're learning about so you can learn how they work practically to include, again, in your own music. So, it's a really practical, hands-on course. There is theory to learn and history, but we do it all through practical tasks, and everything is embedded by playing or by performing it. It is a hard course, but it's a great, interesting and fun course as well, so don't be put off by that. All the learning we do is practical as much as is possible, so you're not going to be sat down a lot of the time. There'll be lots of moving around, doing, playing and being musicians in the classroom. As well as that, you've also got all the practical stuff you need to be doing at home, on your instrument or on your voice. And also you get a really great opportunity to be learning how to compose as well on the course. So there's lots of different stuff we do within the course as well as the stuff we do in class. We also have performances throughout the year. We've got the carol concert at Christmas time, and we've also got Beacon Fest in the summer. We've got all the practice rooms in the music department, so you have to be prepared to get stuck in and do lots of music making, which is obviously why you would take the course in the first place. So it's, a really, really great, fun, interesting and engaging course. If you have any questions, either come and find me and ask me or email me. My email address is here at the bottom of the page, t.quile@beacon-academy.org. Right, thank you for considering music, and I hope to see you all soon. Thanks a lot.